Hi guys, you're welcome back to our YouTube channel again. This is me, C Concept. I'm glad to have you back in today's tutorial. I miss you all. It's been a while now. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are new here, you are most welcome. To my returning subscribers, you are highly welcome. I love you all for your support. Thank you so much. So today I will be sharing with you this stylish and a trendy sleeve on your screen. It is called ruffle hem sleeve. Okay, you can rock it with your mesh material, you can rock it with your see-through lace, you can rock it with your Ankara fabric. Okay, very easy to make. Okay, and if you're wondering or you want to know how I made this dress, the link is in my description box below. Kindly click on it and I hope you will like it. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to the working. First and foremost, to achieve this particular type of sleeve, especially this stylish sleeve, all you have to do is to consider the length of your sleeve. For instance, the length of my sleeve for this tutorial is 19 inches. And I want the length of my ruffle to be 3 inches. Okay? And for me not to have my long sleeve longer than my wrist, I will be deducting 1.5 from this sleeve length I have here. For instance, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, the whole length of this ruffle here is 3 inches, which I want mine to be as well. So I will divide it by 2. From this seam line, which is the midpoint, to this edge is 1.5. So by the time I place it on the hem of my sleeve, okay, directly with the normal length, that means the length is going to be longer than my sleeve. So for that not to happen, I'll go ahead and divide my ruffle, which is 3 inches. I'll divide it by 2. That will be 1.5. Then I will take away 1.5 from 19 inches I have here. Then I'll be left with 17.5 inches. Right. So for the ruffle, I'll be working with this piece of fabric. Spread out here, I have 7 inches. Unfold, that will be 3.5 inches, half an inch to join it up. So for the length, I have 28 inches. And how do you determine the amount of fabric you will need for this particular type of sleeve? All you have to do is to take the measurement of your wrist, that is the circumference. For instance, mine here is 7 inches. Then I multiply it by 4. Okay, you multiply it by 3 or 4. And then when you are done, if you have excess, you trim it off. There's no rule in that. Right. So I'll go ahead now. I will fold the right side of this fabric. I'll fold it in like this. And I will give it half an inch. Okay. I will set it aside. The ruffle on the shoulder. As you can see here, this is the one I did. Okay. But on the picture, as soon as the ruffle got to the bicep, it becomes thinner. Okay, so in that case, I will be measuring my armhole circumference. My armhole circumference from the center part here, I have 6. So 6 times 2, that will be 12. So from here to this edge is 12 inches. Okay, so from the center part here, I'll be dividing half of this armhole. I'll divide it by 2. Remember, the whole circumference was 12 inches. So half of this armhole from this point to this edge is 6 inches. Then I will divide this 6 inches by 2. That will be 3 inches. So this 3 inches will be my bicep where the ruffle is going to stop. And as soon as the ruffle gets here, it's going to become a thinner as well. Okay. So altogether from here to this part is 3 plus 3 for this side, that will be 6 inches. So for the fabric, I'll be using this piece of fabric, and the 6 inches, like I said, I will multiply it by 3. That will be 18. For the first piece, I multiply it by 4. But for this, because it's going to stop on my bicep, we don't need much fabric. So I multiply it by 3. That will be 18. 6 times 3, that will be 18 with some inches, like a 3 inches. Okay. For the width, I have a 7 inches like the first one. So unfold, that will be 3.5. Half an inch to join it up. Okay, so I will go ahead and fold the right side of this fabric like I did on the first piece. I will fold it in like this. Then I will fold it equally again into 2 equal parts like this. So I will turn it to myself from this opening parts. I will go in by 1.5 inches. Then I'll be left with 2 inches. Okay, so from this 1.5 inches, from this same opening, I'll go up by 5.5 inches like this. Then I'll go ahead and connect both together like this. Why am I doing this is, as you can see on the picture, as soon as the ruffle got to the bicep, it becomes thinner. The same way I'm going to do here. That is why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so I will take it again. From this opening part, I went in by 1.5. From that same opening part, I went up by 5.5 inches. Okay, and then I connected it together. So I'll go ahead and
nothing better than spending my day.
After cutting it, I'll have something like this point. After cutting it, before you stitch it up, you can go ahead and add your crinoline, okay, or you add your hairstay. Like I said, this is just for illustration, okay? If you're making it for a client or yourself, endeavor to make it a wow, okay? So that will give it a more beauty. I will fold it inside in like this, the right side inside. Then I will give it half an inch. After stitching it, I will take both and turn it inside out. Okay, so after that I'll come back for the next stitching. This is how it's going to look now. This is the ruffle hem for the wrist, for the sleeve, and this is for the shoulder, as you can see now. So I'll go ahead and press the seam line into the middle. Okay,
Make you feel better.
so after ironing it, this is how it's going to look now. So this is for the shoulder and this is for the hem of this. The seam line in the middle. This is the right side and this is the back. This is for the shoulder too. This is the seam line in the middle and this is the right side. So the next thing now is to go ahead and place our ruffle. I said, when you are making it for a client or for yourself, endeavor to apply your crinoline, whatever you know that can make it stand out, okay, because that will give it wild look, right? So to place the ruffle now, we need to determine the amount of length the ruffle is going to take. For me and for this tutorial, I want each ruffle to be 1 inch, okay? And the formula I'm going to use for this ruffle, for you not to forget, is fold it, face it, okay? You fold it pardon me, you fold it in and you face it. Okay, what I mean by fold it, you fold it in like this and you face it again. Okay, so with this formula you'll be able to remember even without you thinking, oh, how am I gonna do it, right? So let's proceed. So the first thing we are going to do for the ruffle is, remember there's going to be allowance on the edge of the sleeve on both sides like this to join it together. So you consider that. So I will go in by 2 inches. 2 inches. So after that, like I said, you determine the length of your ruffle. I want each, okay, to be 1. So I will multiply it, that will be 2. So I will fold in 1 like this and I will face it with 1 again. Okay, so all together will be 2 inches. And if you are folding in yours by 2 inches and you are facing it by 2 inches, that means yours will be 4 inches. Okay, or if you are folding yours 1.5 inches and you are facing it with 1.5 inches, that means all together will be 3 inches. So mine, I will fold it and face it, all together will be 2 inches. So I'll go ahead from this first 2 inches I left. Yeah, I'll mark out 2 inches again until I cover the whole piece. After placing the mark for the width of the fold, I'll go ahead now and then start folding it up. Who can remind me our formula now? Correct. You fold it in. Like I said, mine is 1 inch on fold on both sides, that will be 2. You face it, and while doing so, you secure it with a pin.
I want nobody but you.
1, 2, 3. I think this 3 is okay for me. Let me place it on my sleeve now. Yeah, this is the center, and when I join it together like this, this will be the center. Like I said, there's no rule on this. You cut off the excess parts. So I'll go ahead and place it. And run a stitch in the middle. So I'll set this aside now because I'll be stitching both the upper one, the shoulder, and this together. So let's proceed to the shoulder now. Same way, I went in by 2 inches. So I will take it from there. We will attach it. Okay, so I will attach this part first, then we will come back for the shoulder. Okay, but I will take you guys along with me because we are good jolly friends. Originally the ruffle was supposed to be on the sleeve, but now the wrong side of the sleeve facing the wrong side of the ruffle now. Okay, so that you'll be able to get the midpoint.
I want nobody but you.
That is going to look now. It's taking shape now. After stitching it, if you find out that there are some folding up, you use your blade or you remove it and secure it properly again. Okay, so I'll go ahead and repeat same on the shoulder ruffle. Okay, and I'll be stitching it up on the back as well because I want to get the midpoint. So I'll take it like this.
when you feel down and better. Shawty, I'll be there for you. We'll be like Bonnie and
This is what I mean. After stitching it and you find out some are folding up like this, no cause for alarm, just go ahead and adjust. Joining the ruffle to the shoulder, I have to join my sleeve to my armhole first. Okay, so which I'm about to do now. I'll go ahead and join the sleeve to the armhole. So after joining it, I'll come back for the joining the sleeve to the bodice. This is how it's going to look. Then I will open it up like this. You spread it out. Then I will take the ruffle. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. So I'll fold it into 2 equal parts like this. Make sure they are even. Then look for the midpoint. I've marked it. So the midpoint, I will place it on the shoulder line. This part, and make sure the seam line aligns together, okay? Because we are going to be stitching it on the seam line, okay? I'll go ahead and pinning it down. I'll go ahead. So remember, from this tiny edge, you fold it in, okay? You fold the tiny edge in, okay? As much as you can, you fold it in. So when you get to this edge, go ahead now and stitch it up. Remember, I haven't joined the sleeve together, okay? So you leave your sleeve wide open, okay? So let's go.
she got the looks, the good. Oh boy, I need her so bad in my life. Shawty, where you wanna go, go?
So good guys, this is our ruffle sleeve. That's the upper part, and this is the down part of the sleeve. Isn't that beautiful? So guys, this is the finished look of the sleeve. This is the hem part of the sleeve, and this is the upper part of the sleeve. Okay, I want to say sorry for making it too tiny. To be honest, my mannequin can't fit it into this sleeve right now because this is the amount of the fabric I have at home right now. Okay, maybe in my subsequent video I may decide to do a top or shirt that has to do with this sleeve so that you see the beauty on me. Okay, all the same is the idea that matters, the illustration that matters. Okay, and I want to say thank you for watching to the end. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share it, like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below regarding it. If you have any questions, do let me know as well. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so. Press the red subscribe button right away. Also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell in case I upload a new video, you get notified. Okay? Thank you so much. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next video.